Fundamentals of Hindu Faith, Part 21. Well, when the Muslims invaded the Ganges Valley in the 12th century, the things started changing for Hinduism. The great Buddhist shrine of Bodh Gaya, the site of Buddha's enlightenment, became a Hindu temple and remained as such until recent times. At the end of its existence in India, Buddhism exhibited certain philosophical and cultural affinities. And these cultural affinities was with Hinduism. Among the Buddhist tentorists appeared a new school of preachers, often known as Siddhas, those who have achieved, who sang their verses in the contemporary languages, early in Maithili and Bengali languages. They taught that giving up the world was not necessary for the release from transmigration, and that one could achieve the highest state of living, a life of simplicity in one's own home. This system, known as Shahjayana, vehicle of the natural or easy vehicle, influenced both Bengali devotional Vaishnavism, which produced a sect called Vaishnava Sajya with similar doctrines, and the Natha Yogis, whose teachings influenced Kabir and other later Bhakti masters. Hinduism under Islam, 11th century to 19th century CE. The challenge of Islam and the popular religion. The advent of Islam in the Ganges Basin at the end of the 12th century resulted in the withdrawal of royal patronage from Hinduism in much of the area. The attitude of the Muslim rulers towards Hinduism varied. Some, like Feroz Tughlaq, ruled 1351 to 1388, and Aurangzeb, who ruled 1658 to 1707, were strongly anti-Hindu and enforced payment of jizya, a poll tax, on unbelievers. Others, like Bengali Sultan of Hussain Shah Alauddin, reigned 1493-1519, and the great Akbar reigned 1556 to 1605, were well disposed towards their Hindu subjects. Many temples were destroyed by the more fanatical rulers. However, conversion to Islam was more common in areas where Buddhism had once been strongest: Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Kashmir. On the eve of the Muslim occupation, Hinduism was by no means sterile in northern India, but its vitality was centered in the southern areas. Throughout the centuries, the system of class and caste had become more rigid. In each region, there was a complex hierarchy of caste, strictly forbidden to intermarry or dine together. Controlled and regulated by secular powers who acted on the advice of the code of Brahmins. The large-scale Vedic sacrifices had practically vanished, but simple domestic Vedic sacrifices continued, and new forms of animals, sometimes vegetable sacrifice, had appeared, especially connected with the worship of the mother goddess. By that time, most of the main divinities of later Hinduism were worshipped. Rama, the hero of epic poem, had become the 8th avatar of Vishnu, and his popularity was growing. though it was not yet as prominent as it later became. Similarly, Rama's monkey helper was also Hanuman.